So the interesting thing about this meeting is that the euro is at 110, right in the middle of the 105, 115 range that is established after the QE. So that sort of tell you that given all the expectations of the easing, that market don't really see much of an impact on the currency at this point. I think the reason is that some things have changed this year. I think the biggest one is the Fed hike expectations. So the policy divergences that we are used to are no longer working the way we have been accustomed. So, and the other thing is that the stock markets have come off very sharply from the highs as well. So taken all into consideration, I guess markets are really at a point of inflection. I think after the G20, they also get the discomfort that that QE alone, does not help global growth, and that focus is also turning towards fiscal spending and structural reforms. And I think China has just demonstrated in a small way, our cuts and widening their budget deficit. Yeah.
Do you feel that sentiment towards the euro is different this time around? Is it fair to say that short positioning isn't as excessive as it was going into the December meeting, and expectations, have they been pumped up as much as they were late last year?
Yeah, I think if you look at the last QE, euro really fell a lot ahead of the event itself, just like the yen, ahead of BOJ. So this time we don't see that kind of impact.
So tactically, do you stay short euro ahead of Thursday?
I'm actually more neutral. So I think we're still in a range. I think dollar yen is also in a range. What I find more interesting is that most of the emerging market currencies are actually taking advantage of this sort of tempered monetary policy divergences environment to pull back.
I've got to ask you, Philip, about the BOJ and Governor Kuroda, who almost on a weekly basis seems to be defending NIRP, negative interest rate policy. This seems to be almost a tacit admission that it's not working. Is it fair to say that, or do we simply need to give the BOJ more time for it to cycle through?
I think for Abenomics, the most visible sign has always been that the dollar yen, rises with the Nikkei. So, and I think that's the thing that's been missing. Both indicators are down, which is why at this point, there's a relief rally in the markets. It's too early to say that the worst is over. And coming into June, we have a Greek UK Brexit referendum. So if it hits the euro, and 1 month later you have the Japan upper house, and a dollar yen comes off, if Abenomics lose the support of voters, then there could still be more volatility.